Haikyuu, the Battle of the Garbage Dump, is a walking contradiction. Obviously, one of my biggest pet peeves about the movie was the time. The fact that this movie was only an hour and about 25 minutes is insane.
When I initially saw how long this movie was going to be, I instantly got very scared. An hour and 20 minutes or so is not enough to deliver Haikyuu on the level that we know Haikyuu to be.
I feel like the movie format didn't do it justice. They sped through way too much, there wasn't enough build-up. You know Haikyuu is famous for building up the characters and making you love every single character, but the movie didn't do it justice. I thought that was a big missing point in the movie.
Yeah, one of the biggest missing elements of this Haikyuu movie is just that it doesn't feel like anything you'd expect from Haikyuu. It really does not. All the amazing moments that you'd expect to see throughout this match, which should be built up properly towards, it just doesn't happen because they try to do it in like 2 minutes. For instance, where Nekoma was able to completely shut down Shouyou, so he's not getting that much involvement. By the time Shouyou was able to actually conquer that wall, it didn't really feel like it was built up that well. It happened so fast that the moment really didn't hit as hard as it probably should have.
I know what you mean, Lotus. As a manga reader, you got to see the match fully develop and you saw every interaction, small and big, and the movie really missed out on keeping those same elements. Even before that moment where Hinata was able to overcome the cage that Kemo created for him, I was just confused on why there wasn't much build up before the match, and it felt like everything was just rushed and we're just trying to jump to other points in the movies like so quickly. You didn't really get to see too much of the match being built up. You didn't get to see why it was so important in the story of Haikyu, like Coach Ukai, the old Coach Ukai as well, how he used to be friends with Nekoma Coach. There's so many elements that just weren't talked about or even touched on.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I thought it was really weird pacing wise too. Like, I remember sitting in the theaters and you practically just blink and the next thing you know, the match is starting. We just jumped right into it, which isn't always a bad thing, but Haikyu is known for building up these very tense and important moments. So it just needed a little bit more to really set the tone of the match.
No, I completely agree with you. That being said, I will say some of the good things about this movie was the animation, the sound, the OSTs, the sound off the spikes. My gosh, it sounded like a cannon. The blocks and even the digs and all the receives were very clean. I mean, we know Production IG always executes properly, and they did very well when it came to the actual animation of the sport.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Even though we're kind of being a little bit negative about the movie itself, I do want to say like the match itself was really good. Like you said, they delivered with the animation, especially like that Kenma POV towards the end. Dude, that was absolute cinema. Seeing the match from Kenma's POV and seeing just how intense and fast everyone was actually moving, that was so great to see.
I'm glad you brought that up because I actually love that moment in the movie. I do wish we got more perspectives from other characters, but we really did get to see a lot of Kenma, and it really made me like his character more, especially seeing the end where you got to feel his breathing, his fatigue, and all the pain setting in. It was just so trippy seeing all that first person view because you really got to feel his exhaustion, the grueling, the way he got hit by Lev and he dropped to the floor. It felt so real when you're just watching at the moment.
I really feel like moments like that really highlighted just how tense of a matchup that was set to be. Like, you could really see Kenma is just working so hard in this match.
The match itself felt very fast as well. I know we were saying it felt really fast because it was an hour and 25 minutes, but the actual game speed felt extremely quick. There were so many back and forth rallies. The ball looked like it was going up every 2 seconds, not even. It just felt like there's no break in between the matches, which I liked in the sense of, it felt like you're watching a high speed and high intensity volleyball match, which I enjoyed. The movie was missing those key moments where we got to see the characters break into their psyches. Like you said, Hinata's moment of overcoming his wall felt really quick. It wasn't impactful. You didn't really get to see him struggle too much. I did enjoy Kenma's POV a lot, but it felt like we were watching more of a Nekoma movie than a Karasuno movie.
That's actually the exact point I wanted to make at some point in this. It did feel like we were watching a Nekoma movie, which I'm not mad at all. Like, by the way, I just want to point that out. I'm not mad at seeing something that's more Nekoma POV, but it's just something I wasn't expecting. But also maybe do some more POV for Karasuno, maybe balance it out a little bit. Maybe that's why it felt a little bit weird.
Yeah, overall, you saw so much of Kenma, Nekoma. We didn't get too much backstory about the Nekoma and Karasuno rivalry. We just saw more of Nekoma, and this might be just for me because I'm a manga reader and I expected more, but I'm still trying to be realistic because we waited years to see this movie and I just felt like so much was left out. I felt like we didn't get the product we deserved as a fan base.
And Tev, I do actually want to back you up on that a little bit because I personally am an anime only, but watching it for the first time, you know, not even reading it yet, I definitely felt like there were things missing. I was like, wait, this just doesn't feel like Haikyu. I know things are missing and I haven't even read it. So I don't know if anyone who's also anime only felt that way while watching it, but I felt that way.
Yeah, I would love to get more perspectives from the anime only viewers because my view is very skewed due to the fact that I read the manga pretty example, where were the moments where we dive deeper into Kuro and Suki's mentorship and mentee relationship? Where are the moments where we see Yaku and Nishinoya show up and actually stand out as liberos and battle it out and have a battle of wills? There's so many moments with the other characters that got left out, and it felt like it was just so lackluster because of it.
It definitely felt lackluster, and I definitely remember the feeling of when the movie ended. I was like, wait, that's it? That's literally the thought I had to myself. Like, wait, it's over? I was completely shocked at how fast that went by. I do also want to point out that I do like how the first set kind of went. I feel like it was paced really well. We also got to see how that set ended with Nekoma taking the set. There was some sort of miscommunication and no one actually made sure to get the receive there on the Karasuno side. I thought that was pretty funny to watch.
Oh yeah, then it just cuts over and Kemo says, oh yeah, Karasuno is all becoming like Shouyou, and then everyone just acts and looks like Hinata with the orange hair. I thought that was actually really funny.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really funny movie. I was laughing.
That's actually one of my favorite moments. Actually, now that we're talking about it, let's talk about some of our favorite moments, because
For sure, yeah.
I have been shitting on it a lot, but there were some moments that I actually did enjoy in the movie. Every Suga scene was actually fucking hilarious.
Yes, I loved anything with Suga in it.
The way he was just jumping around and hyping up and just acting fucking insane in the background was just hilarious.
I did also enjoy when we saw Nekoma shutting down Shouyou. We did get to see Kenma kind of have that like creepy smile.
I'm so happy you mentioned that, because that's also one of my favorite moments. I wrote that down in my phone once I was watching. I was like, yo, I need to say this in the video. That creepy Kenma scene where he's like, stay interesting. That shit felt so menacing.
Oh my god, it was a piercing smile. They animated that so well. Definitely just so much to say. Obviously, you know, we're all like a mix of emotions right now. We've been waiting so long. It's been almost 4 years since anything anime related to Haikyu has happened. We get this movie and it's this.
There's some things in this movie I did enjoy, but for the most part, I just felt kind of disappointed and kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, let's talk about how we felt about it overall as a complete package.
If I had to say overall, including all factors that we just talked about, I'm gonna have to rate the movie 6.5, 7 at most, and I'm only saying that because I do love Haikyu. I'm glad that I finally got to see something, but I feel like there's so much missing out, and I feel like Haikyu doesn't deserve like a 5 or lower, but I feel like it can't go above like a 7 or 6, in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I was thinking giving it a 6 or a 6.5 as well. I do think it was a great match and it was really great animation, and I think that does carry this movie a lot, but it would easily be a 10 if the story of the match was told properly. That is such an important element that was missed, and it's just such a damn shame.
Without a doubt, if they actually fleshed out the story and they actually touched upon a lot of the other characters and didn't really rush through the match itself, this movie would have easily been a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Me and Lowe's are huge Haikyu fans. We've been waiting for this for almost 4 years at this rate.
I have to agree with you there, and I really don't want to get emotional during this rant because I can feel it coming up, but I'm so passionate about this anime, and it's just the things you love about it just weren't in it, and it really just, it hurts, man, because you know Haikyu, you know they have to build up these moments, so when they hit like a truck, bro. I felt robbed. I'll admit, I felt robbed.
Bro, you're tearing at my heartstrings right now. You're getting at me. You know what to say, and you're so right. This is just a shell of Haikyu. I'm just so disappointed in what we got. We deserve so much better. The Haikyu community deserves so much better. Haikyu changed my life in the sense of me actually loving the sport now. I play volleyball every single week. I met new friends playing volleyball, and then seeing this movie not being executed properly is very demoralizing. And for those who didn't watch post-credits, we get a post-credit scene of the Kamadai and Karasuno match being hyped up, but honestly, I could almost care less about the movie at this rate because I was so disappointed by this one, and we're not gonna get that movie until like 2028 at this rate.
And I'm gonna be completely honest, and I know a lot of people are probably gonna be upset with me with saying this, but if they're gonna do another movie and do it like that, they can keep it. Just keep the movie. If you're not gonna tell the story properly, just keep it.
Yeah, think about all the fans who've been steadily following Haikyu for over 10 years. Some people have been following Haikyu for over 10 years now, and for them to only get a product like that, it's just really rude. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm gonna have to completely agree with you because you're right. I think that's what the Haikyu community wanted, just a proper send-off to the anime that they loved for plenty of years. And honestly, if you went to the movie and enjoyed it, I am happy for you. I want you to know I am genuinely happy for you.
Nekoma vs. Karasuno should have been way better. There's just so many things we can pick out and point out. I feel like I can keep going. Like I said, Haikyu Garbage Dump, it's a great title because this movie's a walking contradiction and a garbage dump of a fucking movie.
God, it hurts. I didn't want to kill Haikyu today. I didn't want to do it.
I really didn't want to do it, but this is just me letting out all my emotions. I literally just watched the movie a few hours ago and I'm just disgusted. That being said, there will be another Haikyu movie. I don't know how much it'll really cover. Probably not that much, but let us know what you guys think about the movie. Are you an anime only? Did you read the manga? Please let us know in the comment section as well, because I really want to know what other people think about this movie. Maybe we both had too high of expectations expectations for this, or maybe we're just really hurt by the fact it felt really lackluster. Let us know, please.
And please, guys, please don't, listen to our comments throughout this video and take anything the wrong way. Despite all the negative things we had to say, we do really praise a lot of the things that did happen in this movie and a lot of the moments that were executed. We just know that they could have been better. So I hope you guys understand it. It's coming from a spot of just two people that are very passionate about this particular anime a lot.
Let me end off with saying, I love Haikyu.
I agree with you. I love Haikyuu. I'm always love Haikyuu. Even despite this now shortcoming of Haikyuu, I'm still gonna love Haikyuu. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And we also have a community Discord for you.
Thank you for sticking by and listening to us rant. It's Tevin.
And it's Lotus.
Peace.
Catch you in the next one.